Hey there, tech fans. Rick here again from the OREI team with a brief overview of the HDA-912 HDMI audio extractor. This product allows you to very simply separate the audio stream from any HDMI input and pass that audio stream along to a soundbar or home audio system for the full theater experience. The product provides both analog and digital output and can support HDMI streams up to 18 gigabytes a second. Now, as part of this overview, I'd like to start with an unboxing of the product to show you everything that comes with the kit. Then I'll do a close-up of the product and explain the connections and buttons and all the indicators. I'll come back and give you some audio standards and video standards the product supports. And then finally, I'll actually install the unit here on the bench to show you just how simple it'll be to use it once you get it home. So let's get started with the unboxing. Again, a very simple product to use. When you pop open the box, you'll find the HDA-912. You'll have a standard power supply that's used with the unit. You plug this end into the wall. This barrel connector gets plugged in the back of the unit, and that's all the power you'll need. And we also include a full instruction manual that gives you all the specifications the product can support, connection diagrams, contact information if you have questions, and a full warranty information as well in case you have problems with the unit. Now, if you stay tuned, I'm going to do some close-ups next to show you everything about the unit you'll need to know to use it, and then I'll come back with some audio standards and video standards after that. So stay tuned. Now we'll take a closer look at the HDA-912. The product was engineered in a full metal enclosure to help minimize outside interference that may degrade the audio and video signals passing through the unit. It also helps to make it extremely durable. On the front, you'll find a power port on the left-hand side, and you'll use the included power supply. Plug this side into the wall, plug this barrel connector into that port, and that'll power up the unit. Now, once you've made that connection and you've got adequate power, the unit will light this power LED to let you know everything is good to go. To the right of that is the audio selection switch, and you have a choice between TV, 2-channel audio, or Bitstream. To the right of that is the HDMI input port. That's what you connect to whatever input source you're going to use, whether it be a DVD player or cable box or game console. Once you make that connection, the unit will actually test that connection to make sure it's a valid HDMI source, and once it's happy, it'll light up the link LED. On either side, you've got venting to keep the internal electronics at a comfortable temperature. And on the back of the unit, you've got several connections. This is an HDMI output port. This is essentially a pass-through device, which means whatever you connect to the front will pass through the unit, and you can loop that out to a monitor or a projector. Then to the right of that, you have two choices for your audio output. You have an analog connection, which will give you left and right audio, and you have an optical connection you can use with high-end stereo systems or some of the sound bars on the market. And that's pretty much all you need to know. Now, if you stay tuned, we'll go through some of the specifications on the unit next, and then I'll come back and actually install it here at the shop to show you just how easy it is to use. The HDA-912 can be used with any standard high-definition HDMI input source on products like PCs, game consoles, streaming devices like Roku, home surveillance systems, and cable boxes. It also supports a wide range of video standards, including 4K at both 50 and 60 Hz, featuring YUV 444. It's both HDCP 2.2 and DVI compliant. It supports HDMI high bitrate audio pass-through, as well as 10-bit high dynamic range pass-through, and finally, CEC bypass. Audio standards include multi-channel optical, SPDIF, left and right analog audio, Dolby Digital for both 2 and 5.1 channels, LPCM 2-channel, and DTS, again, both 2 and 5.1 channel. Now I'll show you how you can use the HDA-912 with your own equipment at home. For this demonstration, I'm using a simple media player as my HDMI source, and that would typically be a DVD player or game console. I've currently got that connected to a monitor with no audio capabilities, so if I start playing the clip, you're not going to hear any audio coming out of this device. And this represents maybe a widescreen TV or projector at home. Finally, I've got an amplified speaker system with an analog input with a 3.5mm connector, and I'll use that to listen to the audio that's being extracted from the stream once I start playing it. And that'll represent maybe a soundbar at home or your home stereo system, anything you're going to connect up to this to play the audio. Now, to make the connection to the HDA-912, you only have to make 4 simple connections, and it starts with the HDMI input. So let me connect that from the back of the monitor. I'm taking my input source and connecting it to the HDMI input port on the device. Next, I'll power it up. I've already plugged the power connector in the other end. I'll slip this barrel connector in the back, and immediately the green light pops on. You know you have power to the unit. Now I have to connect the HDA-912 to my output device, and I'll use a second HDMI cable to do that. So I'll connect up to the monitor first. Then the other end of this gets connected to the HDMI output port on the 912. Now it'll take a second. What you'll see happen is the device is actually analyzing the video stream that's going through here. It's making whatever adjustments are necessary, and it's looping that back to the device, to the output port. Now I'm all ready to go, so I'll start playing the video clip. And you can see that I'm actually playing the video clip and there's no audio. Now I'll plug in the amplified speaker, and there's your audio. And the only connection I'm making to that speaker is through this device. So what's happening is it's streaming the video through this device and extracting the audio and presenting it to one of these two outputs. Now right now I'm using, let me pause that. Right now I'm using the analog output, which is the 3.5 millimeter. You can use that with a standard speaker system or most home stereos. You could also use the optical output as well because it supplies audio to both of those connections. And that's pretty much all you need to know. It's a very straightforward device and does a wonderful job of extracting audio from any legitimate HDMI stream. I hope you found this overview of the HDA-912 helpful. If you have further questions, please check the FAQ on our website or use the Contact Us link to send us an email, and we'll get back to you as quickly as we can. We appreciate your support of all the OREI products, and until next time, thanks for watching.